Hi everybody, it's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and this is video number 2 for today. My first video was a floss tube. My second video is going to be a booktube. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an actually requested actual, I believe actual is the correct word here, requested video. We're going to do a bookshelf tour. I'm going to do a bookshelf tour. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to walk around my house and we're going to check out all of my bookshelves and all of my books. And, you know, don't be afraid of a little dust. If you see a little dust, I am a working girl. I do the best I can. We may see some of the pets on the way, but either way, it'll be great fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out, I'm going to turn my camera around, and then we are going to start touring. Ready? Here we go. Okay, the first bookshelf, I stepped on the cat. That was me. The first bookshelf that we're going to tour is my kitchen bookshelf. And as you can see, I've got books at the very top that I can't reach anymore. Pictures of my sons. And this is Puccini right there, in case you were wondering who that was. All right, so let's do a little touring. So I've got some vintage here. Julie Builds Her Castle is one of my all-time favorites. I've got The Reformation, which my son read, and I didn't know what to do with, so I put it there. I've got The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I reviewed, The Mistress of Melon, and then you come down here, and I've got some of my Mary Roberts Rinehart. The Red Lamp, which is my all-time favorite, and I've got The Yellow Room and The Door. Let's see if I can get in there a little closer. It's not so shaky. A House of 100 Rooms was what I picked up in Eureka Springs. It's about the Crescent Hotel. Well, I feel like I'm shaking the camera. I don't mean to. This book right here, this Emily Dickinson book, was the very first gift my husband ever gave me. And that's how I knew we were going to get married. It's because he gave me a book of poetry. And then I have How Not to Die, which if you haven't read it, you really need to. It's really interesting about all these different studies they do all over the world. Some Monica Ferris, who I love. A few more Mary Roberts Rinehart. Go down another layer. Some of my Gothics. Little Easter Bunny in there. The Mystery of Collinwood. Oh, you know how I love Dark Shadows. Secrets of the Friendly Woods. I recently reviewed that. Trixie Belden. I have one Trixie Belden. It was pretty good. She said, shoot him in the legs, and I was not prepared for that. Some of my Cherry Ames, who I love. Love Cherry Ames. And Dr. Kildare, who I love also. Milestone Summer. All right, so this is the kitchen bookshelf. Now let's soiree. This is my kitchen. To the den. Turn on the light. Okay. Here I've got some of my Agatha Christie's. I try to group things together, but I can't. These two, I can show you. These two are mine. I'll put them down here so you can see. Morton Rectory, I wrote that one. Revelation at St. Dominic's, I wrote that one. Put those back. Well, I'll put them back later. Never find them again. So there's some of my Nancy Drews. Clue in the Jewel Box. Moving Over, C.S. Lewis, one of my favorite authors. Oh my gosh, my Emily Lorings. Love Emily Loring. More Nancy Drew. More Emily Loring. Let me tell you, if you've got any Emily Loring and you don't want it, I'm your girl. Great Ghost Stories is wonderful. Dark and Dangerous Things. Now this is great. This is an anthology that I was in. You can get that on Amazon. There's my name, Margaret Purdue. Wonderful. Some friends and I did that a few years ago, and that was great fun. Extreme Ownership was like a self-help kind of thing. Paddle Your Own Canoe is my husband's. Dagger 22, my husband's. Thank You for My Service is my husband's. Road to Little Dribbling, my husband's. Tom Clancy, my husband's. Save the Cat is mine. So that's some of my vintage there. Now we're going to go into, this is my house. I like the modern art. Now we're going to go downstairs into what we call the step down room. And we're going to do some bookshelf touring here. Okay, I don't want to get on a chair, but I want to show you the top. The top shelf of my books are mostly my husband's. He's got a degree in Civil War history. And so he, and World War II is a big thing for him too. So he's got a lot of that. There are my hardcover Harry Potters. This is cool. These are, if I can reach them. I don't think I can reach them without a chair. Let me get up there. Oh, goodness. Okay, hold on. Just a sec. These are wonderful. These are called, if I can show it to you, these are called Little Journeys. And you guys are going to get seasick watching this. These are so old, but these are books that talk about great people. So this one is the first one in the series. It's got Seneca and Aristotle. And then who is this? I don't know who that is. Spinoza. And I've read all of these, and they're wonderful. They really are. I don't know if they're worth anything. I can get it back up there. Or if they're not. But still, I have a set of those, which is fantastic. I have a lot... Sorry, I hit a fan. I have a lot of Anthony Trollope. Are you guys Trollope readers? I love... Oh, I won't be able to reach it. I love the Modern Library version. I've got some other Modern Library version stuff. I know you guys are going to get seasick doing this. But I said I would do it, so I'm going to do it. Okay. Moving over. What else do I have? I've got some philosophy books. I've got real ghost stories. And you can tell I love a ghost story. Anything Clive Cussler or war-related is my husband's. He's a big reader too. So let's go down. Let's see, there are my sons when they were younger. Let's get behind them and see what's there. Not too much. This was an excellent one right here. This one right here was called Living Biographies of Famous Women. That one is fantastic. I learned a lot from that. A Thatched Roof by Beverly Nichols. Beverly Michaels isn't shelved down. Beverly Nichols, again, if you have any Beverly Nichols and you want to get rid of them, just call me and I will be right there. I do have a video on Beverly Nichols. I'll try to remember to link that. Okay, I'm going to put the picture back up. All right, let's move across. Darn this fan. This is more Trollope. Let me get this one out because this is a beautiful copy. Put it on the table here. This is, can you see that? Framley Parsonage by Trollope. My dear beloved father and I loved Trollope. And so I have this beautiful little copy of Framley Parsonage that I've read all of these. I've read all the Trollopes. I haven't read all in my antique collection because some of them are just too fragile. But I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of my collection. All right, let's put that back up here. Okay, this is Mozart sitting there. Fear of Physics was fantastic. I would highly recommend it. Laura Ingalls Wilder. Those are just some newspaper articles that she wrote after she wrote A Little House on the Prairie. These are companion books to, I believe it's called Modern Library. Maybe it's not Modern Library. It's Great Books of the Western World. That's it. Famous quotations by Bartlett, Zealot, some philosophy books, some more war books. That's my husband's. Let's move down. Okay, what do we have here? New York Times cookbook. I got this as a wedding gift 31 years ago. Never made a damn thing. Myths and Legends of Ireland, The Gabriel Hounds by Mary Stewart. These are all, that's Jack. Take that down. These are all the great books of Western literature. And I've got the full and complete set. Oop. Socrates has fallen over. There's Socrates, and there's Joe when he was younger. And Joe and Buddy and Lobo. Joe and Jack and Buddy and Lobo. But I have all, let's take them down. I have the complete set. Some of them are out. Not really out of place, but out because I have them in other places, like I would have read them or something. But I have read most of those. Let's move down further. This is one of my favorite things in the whole world. This is Jane Eyre's my favorite book of all time. And this is one of the most beautiful editions. Look at that. And it has little things that you discover along the way, little letters from her and everything like that. Look at those illustrations. Gorgeous. When the house catches on fire, I'm coming back for my books. All right, let's see if I can put it up here. Okay, The Scottish Chiefs is another one that's wonderfully illustrated. Rogue Warriors, my husband's. The World's Creepiest Places, obviously mine. Sexual Persona by Camilla Patrick? I don't know how to say her last name. Was very thought-provoking. I love that. And it's next to one of my all-time favorite books, The Woman You Want to Be. And this was a correspondence course in the 40s that they made into a book, and it's just fantastic. Okay, so Williamsburg Cookbook, I made something out of there. More Clive Cussler, Tom Clancy. There's another copy of Jane Eyre. Get another Trollope. The Carl Sagans are mine. Here are my Barbara Michaels and John Dickinson cars in the back. Well, some of the cars are up front. Let's see if I can pull one out. Till Death Do Us Part. I love John Dickinson Carr, and I'll see if I can remember to link that video too. I just dropped something. Sense and Sensibility. That's a beautiful copy. Let's take that one out. Ooh. I forgot I had that. Just beautiful. Okay. Ghostly Tales again. I love philosophy. I love ghost stuff. See if I can get down in here, which is in the back. Billy Collins, one of my all-time favorite poets. Bulfinch's Mythology. Villette, you gotta read it. Moving over, this is more of my husband's shelf. Well, there's some Mary Stewart in there. He's not reading Mary Stewart. He's definitely reading Clive Cussler, though. Let's see what else we got. Rogue Warrior is his. Lost Moon is his. Boot Camp is his. Arrogance of Power his. Age of Reason is mine. The Age of Reason Begins. There's another Mary Roberts Reinhardt. This is a little pillow that my mother cross-stitched for me years ago. The Artist's Way. If you haven't read it, you got to read it. Encyclopedia of American History's hubbies. Moving down. More Tom Clancy. Sand in My Eyes. And that was fantastic. That was about a woman who lived in Woodward, Oklahoma before we became a state. That was wonderful. Julie Garwood, Trent's Case, Thomas Merton. What else? Oh my goodness, children's poetry. I love poetry. Scandal and Fair. I can't get to all of these. Now we're getting some dust down here. Some Elizabeth Peters, Ghosts of New England, mine, of course, a Mary Stewart one. Oh, what have I done here? Okay, let me see if I can write this picture. Whew. That took a lot out of me. Now let's go over here to these bookcases. Joe, my youngest son, went through a King Arthur phase. So I don't know if you can see these, but I have a lot of Camelot King Arthur books. These are some children's books I still have. Spooky Night, but Percival, Excalibur, those are all his. That's one of his nice things there. More stuff from Jimmy. Let's see if I can grab this one. My friend Mike Buckendorf wrote that. Very proud of him. Let's see, my Downton Abbey book, which I cherish. This one was excellent. Mother West Wind's Wise Stories. That's a children's book, a vintage children's book. It was wonderful. Let's see, Long Way Down is Jimmy's. Decoding the Celts, The Joy of Food. I have a lot of Celtic stuff. David Sedaris. That's me years ago when I was in college. Yep. Well, passing on. I have a whole shelf of comic books from my brother. I don't know anything about comic books, but they're all like in order and everything. They're all numbered. He kept them very well. And the Kid Who Climbed Everest is about Bear Grylls, and I would highly recommend it. It was wonderful. My husband read it first, and then I read it, and it was great. Hunting the Jackal is Jimmy's. And then these are all my journals that I write in. It's another Dark and Dangerous Things. The Way of the Writer. If you are interested in being an author, you really need to read the writer's journey. More cookbooks that I probably haven't made anything out of. And last shelf looks like a pretty Jimmy dominant shelf. He's not reading Fudging the Books or Stirring the Plot, but he's certainly reading W.E.B. Griffin and Tom Clancy, Natural Born Heroes, Run. So anyway, yeah. That was my bookshelf tour, and I hope it wasn't too shaky or too weird or too boring. I'm going to go ahead and put it up and see what action comes out of it. But I will check you later.